Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. With me today, my buddy EJ, Mr. Couch to Crit himself. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Okay, we got a special one. This is just going to be a quick video for you guys, but here's the deal. EJ's been on the training plan. The numbers are looking really good. We're very excited to be sharing those with you very soon. But there's this whole other component to success in this sport, and that is riding with others, right? Especially in a crit, this is so important. This is the Spectrum. This is a local competitive group ride. Finishes with a big sprint at the turnaround. We're going to get there in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up action, and what I told EJ is look, we're getting prepared for the sprint. We're only a couple of kilometers away from this sprint. And I told EJ, let's move to the back of the pack, and let's move right up to the front of the pack. There's probably 50 riders in this pack, and we're moving fast. The idea is to move from the back to the front without touching the wind and with doing a minimal amount of effort. So I told EJ, follow me as best as you can. EJ's already doing 1,000 watts, and we're going to talk about this because the whole point of this is to be smooth. You're going to see, I'm going to usually be around 150, 200 watts. And you don't want to spike up the power. That's kind of the idea because that takes the energy right out of your legs when it comes time to sprint. And for clarity, EJ, you're not sprinting, right?
No, not at all. I mean, like we said earlier, this is, this is my first group ride. I'm still new to this. I'm just trying to do this as a drill. We're going to let Jeff do the sprint.
So I'll get to the sprint, but for now, it's like I'm looking at your footage here, and you're just not quite following close enough. And I told you, don't take any risks, so I don't expect you to, do anything that makes you uncomfortable at this point. You kind of ease into these strategies, but that's the first thing I'm looking at. If this were like a true lead out in a race, which again, it's not. This is just a really competitive group ride, but people probably wouldn't be allowing this gap to open up. You're still kind of managing to follow me, but your power is looking very surgy. Yeah. You're going from close to 0 watts up to 1,000 at one point, and then up at 600 like you are now. And now you've lost my wheel too.
Yeah.
So
I'll talk about that real quick. Looking back at it now, I kind of realized what happened. Again, you can touch on this if I'm wrong, but I just wasn't close enough. I got boxed out, which I think would immediately have happened probably even 20 seconds ago. If this was a race, people wouldn't have let me just hop on your wheel. So again, I just wasn't close enough. Kind of got boxed out by that Team Mike's Bikes development kid to my left.
And you won't get boxed out as easily if you're right on my wheel, because
Exactly.
The reason you got boxed out is because people just occupied that space.
Yeah.
Even in a competitive group ride like this, people are going to do that. Even more so in your first crit.
Definitely.
So that's why we're working on these skills, right? I encourage you guys to do more group rides, to do practice races, to do even sanctioned races, but aren't necessarily on your priority list, just to really hone in those skills. And that is not in replacement of your training. You have to still continue on your training. The plans outlined in the masterclass are designed specifically to make you guys faster, but you can replace an intensity day with a competitive group ride like this. And this is the consequence, right, of EJ not having my wheel, because now you're out in the wind doing 800 watts and I'm doing 100 watts. And we're going about the same speed. So that's how important it is. Let's just take over, because I know people are going to be interested in how the sprint goes. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, so now we're 1,600 meters to go. We're going almost 30 miles an hour and 147 beats per minute. So I've been doing this a while. I've gotten to the front, close to the front, while saving a whole bunch of energy. The problem is there's still a group of 3 off the front, something like that. And I am actually too close to the front. I've done too good of a job, but that actually means it's a bad job, because you don't want to be this close. I give this guy a tap here because I just want him to slot in, but there's just not enough riders in front of me. These guys are acting tired, and there's not a whole lot to say about this sprint other than the fact that it's at the end of a big group ride, and it is. I want to get fitness first, so I decide I'm just going to do about a 1,100 meter move, and I was expecting, there's so many fast guys on this ride. I was expecting a big long line of riders to be in my wheel. So I was expecting this just to be sort of a lead out, like I was going to hold some good power until I could no longer hold good power, because I'm trying to get the top end back. Catch the lead riders right there, and still standing. I'm still feeling pretty good, but suddenly I'm not. 177 beats per minute, and there's my first check back. You can see my shadow, and I'm like, oh, I have a gap. So I just kind of stay on the power. The problem is, I was telling EJ this, the better way of doing this, had this been more consequential, had I really cared about this win, would have been to even out this effort. Instead of like 1200 for a while at the beginning, I would have, tried to do 6, 7, 800 watts all the way to the line, because now I'm kind of running out of steam. I was looking back, stand up one more time, but just into this headwind with this long line of Cortex riders chasing me. That's about it for me. They come by me with ease at about the time you want to start sprinting anyway. 200, 250 meters to go. So that was a good shot. Try these things out in your practice races, in your competitive group rides, guys. Worst case, you get good fitness. Best case, you find out you have skills that you did not know you possessed. So, EJ, I did all the talking in this video. I apologize.
Dude, no worries at all. It was fun to watch you almost take that sprint from a couple hundred meters back. But, dude, that ride was so much fun. Thanks for bringing me out and showing me some tips.
Hey, if you guys want EJ to come out to an Alviso, leave a comment down below, we might make that happen.
I don't know if I'm ready for that, but maybe. We'll have to see. Yeah, guys, comment below. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.